What do you do when you're not feeling your best? Do you go to the doctor? Do they give you a medication, a diagnosis, maybe offer you a surgery? Have you ever thought about what it really takes to live in health or be healthy? You might be eating the right diet, you might be exercising, you think you're probably sleeping pretty well. And have you ever really just looked back on the time in your life when you were doing these things and you truly felt like you were in health? If so, then I want you to think back to your relationships, to your work environment, to your spiritual connection. And I want you to compare those things back then to where they are right now. And I want you to start thinking about where things went wrong. Because if you're like a lot of people, then when our health starts to go in a downward spiral, it happens after a major stressor. And we all know what's been going on in the world lately. Stress starts, then we see little tiny symptoms. We push them aside, we ignore those. And then one day you wake up and you're like, I cannot ignore these any longer. I know that because it's exactly what happened to me. I felt like my body was failing me. Do you ever feel that way? And maybe it is. When I was a nurse, I started seeing a lot of this same thing happen in my patients. I was frustrated for them. I was frustrated for myself. Let me ask you a question. Do you really think that the things we do in the hospital are necessary? Have you ever asked yourself that? Why is the process so frustrating? You go in, you're basically begging for a pill or a potion or a surgery because you're trying to find some relief. You get a pill and a diagnosis, maybe multiple medications. You might be offered surgery. But when does the time come when we wake up and realize there should be more to life than this? And you might be in that place right now. The place where you're questioning everything. I was there too. You know, how could I be a nurse and not know how to live in health? That awakening led me to do my own research into the truth about medicine. And my goal is that you understand that you have the power within you to heal as well. When we look at the body as a whole, then we're going to understand that it is an intelligent piece of machinery. It is so powerful. And when we realize that we're all connected, that we're not just a physical body, we have a body, yes, but there are deeper components to us, our minds and our spirit and our emotions. So a lot of the personal work that we need to do is within. It's learning to master the mind. It's learning to master the emotions. It's working on our character. And when we focus on that first, then we can truly heal the physical body. When I was working on my own health, I realized that no one was looking at the whole picture. A headache was a headache that deserved a Tylenol or an Excedrin, right? But after seeing the body as a whole, I couldn't go back. And you might wonder what in the world this has to do with your diabetes or your high blood pressure. But the truth is that it's all connected. Even if we look at functional medicine, though, and we think, oh, there's the answer. The thing about it is a lot of times we're practicing functional medicine in the very same way that we're practicing traditional medicine. And that is that instead of a prescription pill, we're looking at natural replacements like supplements. And in fact, that happened in my life as well. And I went through several functional medicine doctors, yet I remained sick. Maybe you're there. I wanted to know a little bit more about how the body works, what makes a person sick. And when we look into a lot of the field of functional medicine and functional health, we see a lot of the experts. We're starting to try a lot of those crazy biohacks, and we start investigating things. And many times we find that there's just missing pieces to the puzzle. even though we're digging deeper and we feel like we're doing all the right things. But again, think back to those times when you were your happiest self. And I want you to compare those to the times right now. Because I think if you do, the answer is going to become a lot more clear. And that is, you're not going to learn this stuff from your doctor. This is not things that they're taught in medical school. Everything that we think about health is only a mask. And what really matters is that you fuel yourself on the things that God created, that you nourish your relationships, that you enjoy the work that you do in your career, that you find a way to express yourself creatively, and you address those underlying emotional or mindset issues. And it means that you learn to express yourself, be your authentic self. So many times we're hiding behind this facade, and it is a reason that we get sick. We have to find a way to live a life of health and abundance no matter what. And if you don't have these things, then this is exactly how you can end up going from doctor to doctor, always feeling like you're doing the right thing, but never getting results. It is not about the calories. I don't care if you ever count another calorie again in your life. And it's certainly not about the latest health trends. People were getting healthy way before all these crazy health trends came along. The truth is the human body is much more complex than that. We are so disconnected from ourselves as a people. And you might find that you're doing all the things for your physical body. You're exercising, you're eating right, you're doing all the things, but you're not taking care of your mind and heart. And tapping into that person at your core is really important, because you are a reflection of that in your physical body. So I tell my clients, you can't go around acting like a crazy person, type A, running from one thing to the next, never slowing down and expecting to live in health, because it just doesn't work like that. The body needs for us to appreciate it. The mind needs for us to take time to rest. When we rest, it leads to creativity. So the key here is really learning to love yourself more, to tune into your intuition, because it's really the most beautiful part of you. And you need to learn that you are your own healer. And when you tap into that, you don't have to worry so much about the pills and the potions and everything that's being pushed on you by a model that truly doesn't work. Because it's about who you are at your core that matters. And no one can tell you that. Once you realize this, you're going to understand that you have all the tools that you need to heal and to stay in health. And you're going to be prepared to start living that life of health. I love the fact that my clients gain an understanding of this and understand that their bodies are a tool. They learn to tap into the part of themselves that really offers them that strategic plan that they've been looking for their whole life to live in health. And it allows them to tune in so that they can give their body what it needs at any given time to be whole. And it doesn't really matter if they're dealing with something mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or physically, because it's all connected. And hey, the science is in, but you're listening to the wrong message. There are plenty of studies out there on spirituality, love, gratitude, living a life of pleasure. And these studies, they show how your health improves the more you tap into these resources. I'm not telling you that a doctor is not important, nutrition doesn't matter. I'm not telling you not to move or exercise your body. I do all those things too. I get it. They're all important. But what I am saying is that you have to learn to develop yourself personally. And if you're experiencing some kind of symptom in your body, I want you to start asking yourself questions, because there might be a reason that you're sick. And it might have a lot to do with your physical body, yes, but it might have to do with the fact that you're out of balance in some other area of your body as well. And if you open yourself up to the possibility that the answer might already be within you, then you're going to realize how powerful you truly are. And if you're not sure how to do that, then partner with someone who can help you. understand how to tune into your body. Stress is a driver behind disease. It doesn't matter if it's physical, chemical, whatever kind of stress it is, it drives disease. And the problem is that it is overtaking a lot of our population today. And I don't just mean the stressful events that are going down, but if we get to the core of it, stress is the number one reason that people connect with me. And most of the time, they don't even realize they're in stress because they come to me with digestion issues or energy issues or slow metabolism or hormone imbalance, not realizing that it's all connected to stress. And when we learn to truly tune in to who we are, then everything inside of us is going to radiate on the outside. And this is something that a doctor can never give us. So I do have a prescription for you today if you'll accept it, and that is to stop. Be still. Ask yourself what your body needs for you to be healthy right now. And then I want you to trust your intuition. Maybe that's nutrition-based. Maybe that's hiring someone to help you with your health. Maybe that's just slowing down and stopping all your stressful running and activities. But your body knows. And whatever the answer is, I want you to go with it because it might be the very thing that gives you the transformation that you've been longing for. And when you're ready to stop visiting the doctors, not getting any answers, I want you to connect with me. I want you to have a discussion with me because I've been there. I understand what that feels like. And I want to have a conversation with you about some of the things that could potentially work for you that have worked for me and I've seen work for many other people. So if your goals are a good fit with the things that I offer you at that point in time, then I'm going to invite you to allow me to be your guide to help you through that transformational process. And until then, enjoy your life, make the most of it, and slow down a little bit. Offer yourself a little bit of peace, a little bit of rest, and enjoy the rest of your wonderful day.